guys, welcome back to Defeating Hair Loss. My name is Steve, and I'm so happy to have Bobby back with me tonight.
What's up, Steve?
How we doing, Bobby?
Doing well, Steve. Can't
You
complain.
look fantastic.
Appreciate it.
The hair's like higher tonight.
Yeah. Still growing it out, you know.
Yeah.
Well, got hair again now, so.
Just another thing for me to be jealous about tonight, sitting next to this guy. So, Bobby, we took a little time off. We had at least a week, and we hadn't shot video, and we love putting everything out for everybody to watch. Thank you again, and appreciate your allegiance to the saving people from hair loss. Yeah. Your job, which you do a great job, is kind of bringing this content, social media out on the street. Patients out there, people with hair loss are talking about before they went bald, celebrity stuff.
Yeah.
What'd you find?
Yeah, Steve. I think you've heard of a guy named Woody Harrelson.
Woody Harrelson, yeah. Absolutely.
Yeah.
You know Woody Harrelson?
I actually do. Yeah, I'm familiar.
Okay, so that's fantastic. Yeah. Did you ever see him in any movies or anything?
I did actually. Two that come to mind are White Man Can't Jump and Zombieland. That was a good one.
Zombieland.
Yeah.
Zombieland.
Actually, really good. Yeah.
Really? I never saw that one.
Yeah, had to check it out, Steve.
Cool. Yeah, and is it true? White Man Can't jump?
That's a lie, Steve. I can jump. I can jump.
I can't. So maybe that's a little 50-50.
I got you, though, Steve.
So Woody Harrelson, that's a great find, Bobby. Thank you. Woody Harrelson goes way back now. For those of you that are a little past midway life, you're going to remember Woody Harrelson from Cheers. And now, of course, if you're in Bobby's half of the life, which is the younger side, you're going to say, well, I think I saw that on Nick at Night or Nickelodeon or whatever it is. I think it's on there. But Cheers was up in Boston, and there was a lot of different celebrities that came out of there. It was kind of fun. They were at a bar hanging out. It was pretty funny. But Woody Harrelson was kind of like a young, just, like a bar back, kind of gets the ice, I think he might have been a bartender, but to me, it was like he wasn't the main bartender. And he was kind of really funny and cool, and he kind of fit in. He was way younger than everybody else. And he had nice hair. I mean, he had, blonde hair. He was kind of light-skinned. So Woody Harrelson and the rest of the cast of Cheers, after, the syndication ends or however that works, they all actually went out and Kelsey Grammer and all that stuff. He did a show called Frasier.
Oh, yeah. And
there was some others in there that, the guy on Larry David with the gray hair. I should have this content for you, and I don't. But anyway, so they all kind of blossomed out. They became pretty famous from that. Ted Danson, that was his name, Ted Danson. Oh. And so he's kind of pretty funny and stuff. And so Woody Harrelson, when I saw him, and I can't remember the movie, I'm like, oh no.
Oh, you could tell he was
the hair's going, Yeah. So I put him in the category, and remember what this segment's about, before they went bald. So he had hair, and he was very successable. Now, these movies, another one was Natural Born Killers. That was one of them. And so you said White Man Can't Jump. It was War of the Planet of the Apes, but I'm not sure who he was in that. If you were kind of like a mask.
Those movies,
yeah. So, but here's the point, right? So, we'll get to the hair in a second, but Woody Harrelson's had a long career, and credit to him. I mean, I could only imagine what it's like. I was in LA for 4 years, met a lot of celebrities, heard a lot of stuff about that world out there, and it is really hard and really competitive. So, the old one-hit wonder thing where you never heard from the person again. Woody Harrelson has got a lot of parts and a lot of gigs. Yeah. Right. Hair-wise, not so good, but that leads me into he has survived going bald. So. Now he's at the point where he's kind of shaving the head, and no offense, Woody, I'm a fan, and no offense, Bruce Willis, I'm a fan, big fan. They kind of resemble that kind of shaved head white guy thing that we did a video in the very beginning of the Men from the Middle of the Earth in a Superman movie where they had the big heads and no hair. And I don't know, it was just at either that movie or that show or at some point in my life, and idiots telling me, don't worry about it. You got a nice shaped head. Just shave your head. And I was like, you want to punch him in the face, right? And luckily, you didn't get to that point.
Thankfully.
You had some of your friends were like, your hairline might be receding, but they weren't like, Bobby, just shave your head.
No.
Yeah, for me, I was losing my hair so fast. So I was on that path. I was on that path of that, that head that just, no matter what I thought, no matter what anybody said, I was going to look like one of those just shaved head guys that just kind of blended in. And it was horrible. It was almost like a nightmare just thinking about it right now. Woody Harrelson, is now to that point where, it's not a good look. Credit to him. He's getting parts. Credit to him. He's a good actor. That'll help. But, he is on that kind of like, well, was he successful with the hair? And then when he lost the hair, he wasn't. No.
He's very successful still. Yeah.
He's still successful. He's still making movies. He's still getting parts. And I'm not an actor. And I'm not getting any parts in any movies. So, Woody, you're a better man than I am. But you know what? It's too bad you lost that hair. Now, I have no idea how much hair loss he has, because he does kind of what the Bruce Willis look is now. He kind of shaves everything. I caught one photo. We'll put a couple photos up where you can tell where he shaved it. And maybe he's a good hair transplant candidate for a little bit of like not being bald kind of thing. But it's working for him in regards to these parts he's getting, and good for him. And, hopefully he lives out a long life and does well. But man, it was a lot better with hair.
I don't remember him with hair, Steve. I had to look it up myself.
You got to check out Cheers. Just Google Woody Harrelson Cheers, and you'll see. And it's, I mean, he looks like he's 17. It's crazy. So, but he does play a part now. And what's the zombie one? Was he kind of like a goofy or like?
He was kind of more serious. But he was bald in that.
Oh, okay. Yeah. So zombies are probably better with bald heads and stuff. I don't know. Anyway, all right. So Woody Harrelson, before they went bald, you can check him out. We'll throw a couple photos up. So now we'll throw him into the list of those of what they looked like before they went bald. And continue to watch. I hope you enjoyed this, and don't forget to like and subscribe.